guys, today's video is going to all be about this makeup look, so if you'd like to see how I got it then keep watching. So first of all I'm just going to like tie my hair back because it'll just get in the way otherwise. Like moisturize and prime my face is use my Garnier Skin Active Moisture Bomb Moisturiser, and it's like a gel formula, so I find it really good for using underneath makeup. So I'm just going to take not as much as that and then just work that into my skin. The good thing about this is it dries in really quickly. So it means if you're a busy mum like me, you can just get like on with the rest of your makeup and not have to wait for it to dry. And next I'm going to use the Benefit Firm Up Eye Serum. I've just got this little tester one, and I normally don't use an eye serum, but since I've been using this I've noticed that my concealer stays on so much better because underneath my eyes is nice and moisturised and it's not flaking. Plus as I get older I'm starting to think I really need to think about preventing the inevitable with aging, so I'm really starting to look into like my skincare. Although I do have a skincare routine, I think I should maybe try and change it up a little bit now. Cool, so once that's all done, that's like all my kind of skincare bit. I just want to go in and prime my face for makeup, and I always use the Urban Decay Quick Fix Spray, and it smells so dreamy. It's like coconuts and like such a tropical holiday smell. Such a bad thing to be using at this time of the year when it's getting like more autumnal, but yeah, really nice, that one, I love it. Then using my Naked Skin by Urban Decay, I've got it in the shade 4. I'm just going to do my foundation, and it's really easy to blend this one, that's why I use it all the time. I think once you find a foundation that you absolutely love, it's so hard to change it to something else. So I absolutely love this one, and as you can see it blends so easily. It's really watery, which makes it dead easy to work with. But at first when I bought it, I was going on a night out and I wanted something with quite good coverage, and I thought that this couldn't really stand up to the job, but it actually does. If you use this, maybe like do one layer and then go over any parts you think need a little bit more coverage, it really does build well. And I like to go over my ear as well just to kind of match that in. You'll need to excuse the light going up and down all the time, but it's very cloudy outside today, so it keeps changing. And I'm just using my Real Techniques buffing brush to do this, and it's just such a lovely fluffy brush for buffing in your makeup and giving you more of a kind of airbrushed look. Everyone always asks me what that is on my face, that little mark there. I actually got that little mark through pregnancy. It's like a kind of pregnancy mask, I think that they call it, and it's basically just pigmentation from when you're pregnant, and all the hormones can give you some like little kind of birthmark looking things on your face and your body. And I've had that since I was pregnant with Ella, and then when I had Charlie, or I was pregnant with Charlie, it got really dark, and now it's just kind of that colour and it stayed there. So yeah. Cool, so once that's all just blended in, I'm not going to go any heavier than that today just because it's everyday makeup. I'm going to go in with my concealer, and I actually got this ages ago and then lost it, and it's the Erase Paste by Benefit. So I'm just going to take that on a little brush. So I'm just going to take this on this little brush and just pop it underneath my eyes. It's nice because this is like a nice salmon pink colour, so it's really super brightening under the eyes. So then just taking the same brush that I was using, just my foundation brush, I'm just going to work that in and just buff it as much as I can to kind of match up with the colour I've already got on my foundation. Normally I would use a beauty blender for this, but because the Erase Paste is so thick, I actually just prefer using a fluffy brush to blend that out. And then to set under my eyes, I'm going to use my PS INSTAGIRL Flash Photo Powder, that kind of bluey tone. It's all cracked unfortunately from travelling, which is a bit of a pain, but I am just going to take a nice fluffy brush and take a little bit of that, goes a long way, and put it underneath my eyes just to set that so that we don't have any creasing. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to take my MAC Studio Care Blend Pressed Powder, and I've got this in the shade Medium Dark, and I'm just going to use this over the rest of my face just to give it a more blended out look, and then take that on my jawline as well. This is a really nice powder because it doesn't make you look cakey, and it also doesn't highlight any dryness in your face. I've got quite combination skin, so normally powders don't really work well with me other than the MAC ones. I normally find that they just actually accentuate any little dry areas, especially around on my cheeks. Although I have been really doing my sort of like exfoliating and moisturising routine well, I do have a really dry skin, and especially as it gets into sort of autumn winter, I really love the kind of like really matte look, but I think sometimes it just doesn't agree with my skin unless I use a brand like this. And then before we get any more powdery, I'm going to take my new Hoola Quickie Contour Stick, and I'm just going to take that like along my cheekbones and contour out my nose a little bit. This looks really scary, but it's actually super easy because it's a cream to powder contour stick. So once you use it and like mark out in your face where you want it to be, when you blend it out, it just blends like a powder, which is fab. And then I take this along my hairline as well, just kind of scribble that out. And then again, I'm just going to use the same brush that I had before to blend that out. So you want to go like above the line rather than below it. One thing I notice a big difference with is if you contour your forehead, it always gives your look a nice glowy complexion. So yeah, and it also makes sure that you match into your hairline quite well. So I really love that contour stick purely just for the head part. It is good for everywhere else, although I do prefer a powder contour on my cheeks. But up here, it's so easy to just blend that out using the contour stick. Plus I'm a real fan of Hoola anyway, because it's just the exact kind of contour colour you want. It's not too warm and it's not too ashy, it's just the perfect colour. And then I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Natural Bronzer. This is like an oldie but a goodie, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my brush and just set the kind of contour that I've done, and also like give a bit more colour to the rest of my face. And then just take that at the side of my head at my temples, and then on my forehead, and then again.
Let me come up too.
You want to come up too? Do you want to see me do my makeup? Okay.
Do it for me.
Beep, 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 beep.
What's that? Mommy, that's blue.
That is blue, yeah. That's the moisturiser. That's like cream for your face. Would you like to try and do this for me?
Yes, please.
You'd not do it for me? Oh, that's amazing. Well done. That's it. At the end of my nose, then under my chin. Under the chin, up, up. Yeah, that's it, and then under my chin. Wonderful job, well done.
Mommy.
Yeah?
Mommy, you want some of that?
Yeah, I need some of that on my cheeks to do contouring.
Magic for my face, please.
Yeah, you can do it in yours in a wee second. And then normally what I do is I like to highlight before I use blusher, because it kind of just matches in a little bit better when you do your contour, then your highlight, and then put your blusher on. I'm going to take my Illamasqua OMG highlighter, which just never seems to run out ever, and just take this Real Techniques sculpting brush it's called, but I actually think it's really good for highlighter. So I just take that on my cheekbone and then on my brow bone a little bit, and again on the other side.
Excuse me, Mommy.
Are you awake? Have you had enough? Bye. And she's off, it's too boring. That highlighter is so glowy, it's just so gorgeous, I love it. So I just take it on my cheekbones, on my cupid's bow, then right on the tip of my nose, like literally, boom, that's it, like that's enough. And then on my bridge, but again, I like to try and miss out this bit in between. I like to go like a spot here, and then a little line here, and then stop, so I've got a bit kind of missing here. I don't know, it just adds like a nicer look. And what I've started to do recently is highlight the top of my brow bone, like at my temple, and it just makes it look so much better. For whatever reason, it photographs really, really well, and it just adds like a nicer dimension to your face. You'll probably be able to see it better on the thumbnail than you actually can in this video. And then, like I said, I like to then use blush, so I'm going to take my Benefit California new blusher. I was needing one of these for ages, and I've been eyeing up California for obvious reasons. The packaging is so cool, and it comes with a little blusher brush inside it, which is good for like on the move, but to be honest I find it too scratchy with my face, so I'm just going to take my Real Techniques fluffy brush, and oh, I don't even want to put that in there. Look at that, it's just so gorgeous. It's like a big sunshine, and it's got like a kind of shimmer to it as well, which I absolutely love. Do you know, to get the pigment that you need, you actually need to use this brush, I would say. So I'm just going to put it on with that and then blend it out with my other blusher brush. So I just think that that looks so much nicer to do contour, highlighter, and then blend the two of them together using the blush. It just looks so much more natural. Right, so now that we have finished our face basically, I'm going to go on with doing lips. and just now I was kind of torn between going for a pinky tone and then going for a more autumnal tone. So I was kind of caught between outfit and season. So I don't know, I think I might go more autumnal. Let's go for MAC Whirl. A lot of you guys have been asking me on Instagram what is the lip colour you're wearing recently, and I've been wearing this religiously. So I think we'll just go with that. I'll go with MAC Whirl. So when I use a really dark lipstick, I always need to use a lip pencil. So I'm going to take my Spice lip liner by MAC. I just love this colour, it goes with absolutely everything. And then I'm just going to take my MAC Whirl and go for it. It's quite a dark, daring colour, as you can see, but I love it. I find lip colours like this amazing once they're on, but they're such hard upkeep because you've then got to keep topping them up during the day because it doesn't wear very well because it's matte. What is it, darling? Hold on, wait a second. Do you want me to put moisturiser on you? Right, let me see. Right, is it so? I have an idea, you know when it's coming up to Halloween, will we do Ella's makeup? We can do nice face paint. Is that a good idea? What would you like to be done up as?
Poppy.
Princess Poppy? That's a great idea. Shall we do that then? And will Mummy make your hair all pink? How about pink hair? Good idea. Gorgeous. I wasn't going to go for it, but I think I really want to try this, and it's the They're Real Benefit Duo Shadow and Blender. And as you guys know, I love eyeshadow, but it just takes so long for me to get it right. I can never just do it in 2 minutes. So this little shadow comes with 2 different colours in this little blender, and the idea is you're supposed to just wipe it along that line and then just put it on and it automatically blends for you. I don't know how true this can be, so let's try it and see. Right, okay, it puts the 2 colours on for you, but then how are we blending it? Do you know, that's actually not awful. I thought that was going to be really bad. That's quite good for on the move. The only thing is though, I think you need to do this upside down so that then when you go to apply it, the dark one's on top. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. That's like a really quick, easy shadow. It's nothing major. And then I'm going to use this little spoolie to brush out my brows. They are microbladed, but they do need topped up. I like to just use my NYX brow gel, which I've been using for ages. I think I've had this for about 8 months or something, like a really long time. Put that on my little angled liner brush, and then just go over the brow that's already been microbladed, just to give it a little bit more definition because it is a little bit faded now, but it gives you a really good starting point for doing brows. So I could basically just leave it like that, but I like to just go on the front of the brow and just brush down and up the way, and then just go towards the tail and then just drag it out a little bit, just so it's got more of like a tapered look. So it just makes it a bit more defined than my actual brow. So you're going to repeat that on the other side. It's so super quick and easy. And then to just set that in place, I'm going to use my Ready Set Brow by Benefit and just comb the brows through and make sure that they stay in that position. Plus I actually think this gives the actual brow hairs a little bit more volume, which is nice because it makes the actual colour of the brows a bit more realistic because they look a bit more bushier, and as if the actual colour you've got is because you do have a lot of eyebrow hairs rather than just drawn on your skin. Cool, so that's just set them in place, which if you've got lovely nice full brows anyway, you could just do that and then you'd be fine. And as you guys know, I already get semi-permanent lashes done, so I like to just give them a comb up just so they're nice and full and there's no powder on them. And I've just had a top up last week, so they look good at the minute. These are a lifesaver. They save so much time and it looks like you've actually made an effort. But then to make that look a bit more realistic, I like to use a bit of a mascara on the bottom lashes, and my ultimate favourite go-to mascara is the Bourjois 1 Second Volume Ultra Black Mascara. I absolutely love this, it's so buildable, and I just take that on the bottom lashes. that just helps to match things in a little bit, because there's nothing worse than when you can see loads of full lashes on top and just nothing on the bottom. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this makeup look. I will link all the products that I use for it in the description box below, so you can go and check them out if you like anything. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and if there's anything you think I should try in the future, some new products that you're loving. I always like to get recommendations from people, it's always the best way. Remember, if you're not subscribed to my channel already, I would love if you hit subscribe to stick around for more videos in the future. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!